All right, hey guys, we're back here with Firefighter Bobby and Firefighter Kyle for another edition of What's in the House, where today we're going to be looking at what's in the garage of the firehouse. Hey Bobby, how's it going, man?
Going good. How about you guys come on in?
Awesome, man. We'd love to.
As we start walking in, you can see it's a pretty big floor in Apparatus Bay here. First vehicle we have is Command 1. Command 1 is what our fire chiefs drive to incidents such as structure fires. Sometimes for medical calls, we'll have our shift officer, as Kyle talked about their bunker earlier. One of our shift officers will respond to one of these with us in the ambulance to help for manpower as in lifting. If we need an extra person to drive to the fire or the hospital with us, they'll come in this vehicle and meet us at the call and hop in the ambulance with us. As we make our way down, we'll start right here really quick. This is 3 Frank 27. Now this is where Firefighter Kyle and myself, this is where we're on tonight. As you see, we do have fire gear. We do carry fire gear with us in the ambulance because we also are firefighters still, along as paramedics. Mainly, we are on ambulance helping sick people that are injured and that get hurt. But if a fire call does come in, we will respond to the structure fire with our fire gear on in this ambulance. If there's a car wreck, we will also put our fire gear on to go to the car wreck so that we don't get hurt from broken glass, maybe some sharp metal in the car. We also want to keep our safety a top priority as well. So we make sure that we're constantly wearing the proper equipment so we don't get hurt. Now, ambulances aren't that scary. As I said, we do take them to help people when they're sick or if they're hurt. So if we ever come in an ambulance, don't be afraid, don't be scared. We're just there to help you, and we're going to get you to the doctor so that you feel better and we can fix whatever's going on. We have an older ambulance over here. It's just like this one. This is 3 Frank 29. This is our third ambulance out. It's our reserve ambulance as well. So we don't really use it much unless one of our other 2 ambulances are being worked on or there's a third medical call that comes in. And these other 2 ambulances here are on the first 2 medical calls. Next to 3 Frank 29 here, this is Chatham Engine 2. Engine 2 has 1,000 gallons of water on it. This is our primary engine to all house fires, building fires, any sort of structural fire. This is the first engine that goes out that door. We carry 3 to 4 firefighters in this vehicle at once. And this is where we'll sit. We have 2 that drive, one that drives, one that's up front. That's the officer who's in charge. And then the other 2 firefighters that sit backwards back here. And while we're going to the fire, they're getting their air packs on. There's a cinching up down, getting all ready. So when we get there, we can jump out of here. We can open up this netting, put the hose on our shoulder, and we can go inside the house if it's on fire. Another firefighter and or our driver engineer will find a fire hydrant that's by the house, and they'll take a really big hose that's off the back of the engine, and they'll hook it up to here and to the fire hydrant. And when this starts running out of water, we'll get water from the fire hydrant so we don't run out of water at all. We have all the water that we need. Now, in our next videos down the way, we're going to go in more detailed visuals of these trucks. We'll go in them and look at them more, go through some of the tools. Right now, we're just going to show you what we do have. So as you saw Engine 2, we have Engine 3. Engine 3 is our primary engine for vehicle fires, truck fires, car accidents. This is the primary engine that goes out. No real specific reason, it's just a newer engine, that's what it was dedicated to. It does have equipment on it that we can cut car doors off, take the roof off a car to get people out. Has the same exact things that Engine 2 does, 1,000 gallons of water. It's able to put out structure fires. So firefighters will respond to this if there's a structure fire. As we come around the back, I'll show you those tools I was talking about really quick. Just a quick little look at them. And we'll pull them out in the next video when we actually go through the engine. But we got 2 extrication tools right here. We got spreaders and we got cutters. Spreaders will help us open up a door, so we'll go in there and pop the door open so we can get to you. And the cutters may be there to cut the roof off or cut the door off the car so we can get to the patient as well. Now I know you see this little one over here. And that serves a purpose. This is called our gator. Now, it's got a structure on it, just like the ambulance would. Well, that's because we take the gator on medical calls. So if we ever go to a high school football game, you might see us there in one of these. So if a player gets hurt on the field, instead of driving the ambulance on the field, we can take the gator onto the field because it won't ruin the turf or the field itself. We can get the patient onto our stretcher, drive them back to the ambulance, and then they can go off to the hospital. Now, we also have a bike path here in Chatham, and if somebody gets hurt on the bike path, whether they fall off the bike, they trip while running, we can't fit an ambulance down the bike path, so we have to take the gator down there to go get them and then bring them back to the ambulance. Now, I know the other day we talked about the truck, the fire truck here, and the difference between a fire engine and a fire truck is it's got a really big ladder on it. The fire engines have small ladders on it. Now the fire truck here also has small ladders on it too, but it has the big ladder on it for us to get on top of big buildings, get onto school buildings. We can even take them to house fires. If your house is two-story, three-story apartment building, doesn't matter. This thing will go there and we can get up on a roof on it with it. So that's the fire truck. That's truck one. Now I know I said we have engine 2 and engine 3, and I said nothing about engine 1. This is engine 1. Engine 1 is older than me. But this is a really good engine and it works really well. It's the same thing as the other two engines, it just carries 750 gallons of water. So it carries less water than those two, but it does the same exact things. It's got all the hose on it, all the hose that you can pull so that we can go into a house fire. Now these two vehicles right here, these are called brush trucks. Brush trucks are what we take if a cornfield's on fire, if trees are on fire, the grass is on fire. These are what we bring because we can go off-roading with them. I don't know if you see the tires, but we got some big tires on here. And what a fireman will do is a fireman will jump up here. If I don't fall. Okay, and we'll buckle in, and then we'll sit there. And while we're driving, we'll start spraying the fire out. Okay. We'll go while we walk around this way. That's brush 1, and then this is brush 2. Brush 2 is a little bit different than brush 1. It does the same things, except instead of sitting in a seat, we stand up here. We'll stand up here, close our door, and we'll ride up here, and we'll put the fire out from up here while we're driving. Let's check out another vehicle. Let's check out our last one. Our last one is Tanker 1. Tanker 1 here, this carries 3,000 gallons of water on it. So if we go out to a fire out in the middle of out in the field or out in the country out there where there's no fire hydrants, this carries 3,000 gallons of water, and this supplies our fire engines with water. So it acts kind of like a fire hydrant. Now it does run out of water, so sometimes we have to have other tankers like this bringing water to us at that fire so that we can maintain keeping water. Now the last thing in our bay here, which you guys may see this actually while you guys are at school and you guys come and do tours of the firehouse, the smokehouse. We show you how to get out of the house if the house is on fire, if you find smoke in your house, how to safely get out. I'm sure some of you have seen that. Carry a whole bunch of extra hose. So if hose gets dirty, gets damaged or broke, we can replace it on the fire engine so that we're always ready to go. We got 3 different sizes. We got the big hose. This is what gets water from the fire hydrant to our fire engines. This really big one. And then we got our other one. It's the medium one. This is what we use to put fire out with. If it's something that's really, really big on fire, we need a lot of water right now, this is what we use. Now, if there's a small fire, it's not really big, we'll use the smaller hose because it's easy to maneuver and we don't need that much water at that time. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you before we finish up here is our workout room. It's very important to try and stay in shape and strong so you can be a firefighter. We got dumbbells. We got an equipment rack right over there. All right, well, that is our workout room. And that is the end of our virtual tour of the Apparatus Bay. We will get back in touch with you guys a little bit later, and we will go through each individual vehicle and show you exactly what they do and what we carry on them. Have a good day, and thanks for watching.